Live. Discord. There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Skid. Today I'm gonna be doing some Cornborn. It's Bloodborne Thursday, the Thursday that we play Bloodborne on, which is every Thursday. I have absolutely no idea where this character is in the game, so yeah, I'm just gonna see. See, I've not been anywhere in the Nightmare Frontier. I've been through there. Went through Old Yarn. See, where the fuck is... Where's Burgerworth? Am I missing? I know we've been to Burgerworth. Is this like, is it got a different fucking lamp name than I think? I don't know. Born of the Corn, Skid Corn time. I've got Moonside Lake, but not Burgerworth for some reason. I thought that was weird. I was like, man, I could have swore they just straight up called the bonfire Burgerworth. You know what, that's gonna bother me pretty badly. That's gonna really bother me, so I'm gonna go get the Burgerworth bonfire. I gotta do some quick revisions to my last English paper that'll be available to help out. Until then, Godspeed. And what's happening, boys? We're playing some Cornborn. I have absolutely no idea where we left off. Oh, great. The stream starts off with me getting some severe fucking head. I don't know, like, what, like, sweet nothings he whispered in my ear. But the Burgerworth bonfire's been acquired. Now I can progress the game with a clear conscience. And hey, Isaac. The stream started a little bit late because I got home a little late and I was tired. I've had a really full day. I'll talk about it a little bit more when people get, but I'm pretty tired. Not gonna lie to you, pretty fucking whooped. Try to decide if I want to risk almost passing out at work, like I did yesterday from playing to the stream, or sleeping. Sorry, you've had a tough day. Well, it's not like been a tough day, it's just I'm tired. Like, to me, a tough day is not where I come home, like, weary physically. Like, I've got so many tough days because of stuff I can't help. A day where I just had, like, a whole lot going on and got a lot of work done is fine. I'll take that over a day where, like, someone fucking... yeah, I don't know. I think the days that are mentally draining are worse than the physically strenuous ones by, like, a couple miles. Like, a couple... I don't know. But yeah. Alright, so that's all done. That's all done. I guess up next is Yahar'gul. I won't lie to all of you, I really don't like Yahar'gul very much. I really do not. I'm not a fan. I like the Nightmare even less, but Yahar'gul, I don't like it. I think it's just there's so many various ways you can get BS, like the Amygdala's laser. The pee-pee poo-poo man. How you doing, Skid? The same sad hairy man that I always am. Oh, I should probably, like, set up all the stream stuff before I go gallivanting through the level. Alright, so... the password today, let me think. What should it be? I don't know what the password is. I used to be really good at thinking these things up. You know what? I keep on getting at. There was some guy on my last stream who kept on asking me over and over and over if, like, I think he was high, like, I think he was pretty blitzed, and he was, like, looking to see if I was also a stoner. I think he's, like, in really, really jarbled, like, gibberish, he put, like, does Skid do the 420, or is Skid a 420er, I think is what he said. So we're gonna go with Weed 420. A very mature password for refined men. This Vietnam mom came to my workplace and then gave me hell for not knowing Vietnamese, only to apologize when she learned I wasn't Vietnamese. It was a nice day. I mean, I have people, like, I've had that happen too. Like, it's really, like, I don't know, the casual racism that just goes on the day-to-day is pretty fucking awesome. Like, there was this Korean family that was vacationing down here. I was working in retail at the time, and for whatever reason they were looking for the bathroom and no one could understand them. Like, none of the... And I'm talking, like, the people I worked with were, like, white. I'm talking they could probably, like, actually, like, trace their lineage back to the very first blonde person. It was impressive just how white these people were. I'm talking, like, Wonder Bread, you know. And this Korean family was freaking out trying to find the, was trying to find the bathroom, apparently. And, they couldn't find it, and so for whatever reason, all of these, like, all the white people, they brought them to me. I'm not even fully Asian, like, I'm not a full-on Asian dude. I'm mixed, you know, I'm not, like, pure-blooded like the people asking the question of where the shit house was. But they came and they asked me, and then the Korean people looked at me like I was like their savior, like I was the messiah. Like I was the answer to all of their, like, bowel-related problems, you know? Like, they saw me, it was like they'd seen the light Jesus had come down. I mean, I'm gonna fucking die by the stupid, terrible fucking enemy design. We're gonna give the enemies an instantaneous attack. It will stun lock. No, you can't interrupt it. Oh, I got grabbed. Hey, Amygdala. How you doing? What the fuck? I don't think that's supposed to happen. But, yeah, the Korean people looked at me like I was gonna be their savior, and they started speaking Korean to me. I guess, you know, asking, where's the bathroom? And, you know, I don't speak any Korean, my brother speaks some of them. And I just was, I did, like, some hand signals. Like, I was trying to motion in, like, a jet or a ship into the harbor. Like, right, left, you know, just... And like, oh, thank you so much! And they, again, they took off towards the bathroom. And like, all the dudes that, you know, the fucking like, people working in the grocery store with me were like, you see there, Jim? They all speak the same language. Just like the encyclopedia said. But I can hear fucking... I can hear Tuna going nuts in there. Jim is probably the most white name. We're mature people. I'll be there shortly. I'm helping someone on Elden Ring. I mean, that kind of stuff, and that's not like an isolated event, like, that's not the only time that ever happened. The craziest thing to me is, like, you see these movies where, like, it's supposed to, like, be one of those white guilt movies that makes all of you feel really bad about what your ancestors did, and this and that, you know? But, like, real racism, like, in the movies, there's always, like, this one, like, unapologetically, hugely racist guy who's, like, angry at the other, like, people of different colors for existing, like he's just like the big bad, you know, of the movie. Like, it'll be a movie about like some old, like, black swim team or something, and there'll just be this one guy that's all like, "Get out of the pool!" You know, just like screaming slurs, no one even like acts like it's weird, everyone just accepts it. At the end of the movie, he has like a turn of heart when one of the people he's screaming at saves his child or something, I don't know. See, real racism isn't like that. It's like, it's quiet, it's subtle, it's behind closed doors, and it's more insidious. Like, nowadays, like, the old dudes don't, like, run up to you and like, "You need to go back to Japan!" And I'm like, I was like, actually, like, my ancestors didn't come from Japan, they came from Laos, it's a little... And they're like, "I don't care, Chinese, Japanese, what you are, you need to get..." You know, they don't do that. But there was this one time I was working a register, and a guy went up to one of the other managers and was like, "I never thought I'd see the day." And the other manager's like, "What are you talking about, sir?" He's like, "Never thought I'd see a day we'd let the Japs work a register." So... And then the dude, like the guy that... And this guy's my buddy. And he's like, "Sir, he is not Japanese, I guess." Because he knew, he was like, "His family comes from Laos." He's like, "Laos? Where's that?" Like the most cartoonish thing. "Where's that?" And he's like, "It's a little country, it's near Vietnam." He's like, "That's even worse! I fought them down." He's a secret agent of the Viet Cong. But, you know, I never would have even known. And the guy probably, like, would have secretly spited me in some weird way if he could have. You know, like, put some, like, anthrax on, like, a dollar bill he gave me or something for a soda, you know? Oop. The South likes its racism the way it likes its dress for business. Casual. That guy almost, like, fucking, like, frame skipped it, blundered at me. That was almost it. Also, I don't know if any of you saw it earlier on, because I've been talking about, like, racial incidents I've had at work and how amusing they are. But, I don't know if any of you saw the amygdala grab me and it didn't kill me. Is that normal? I've never had that happen before. Most of the time when the amygdala grabs you, that's it, it's game over. Put a fork in you, piss on the fire, call the dogs, and it's over. Like, have any of you had that happen? I've never had it happen before, where the amygdala's grabbed me and it hasn't just insta-killed me. I feel like something went wrong there. Oh shit. You know what, I'm making the break for it. I'm gonna get fucking lasered. I can get lasered. Will both of my summons make it? Not likely. Come on, Tuna, you can make it. Come on! Luna Blood Cleric is done. I saw that, that was bold. That was an absolutely ballsy jump, I like that. I like a chick with balls, that was impressive. Doesn't it inflict a bunch of frenzy or doesn't actually do damage? I'm pretty sure the one Amygdala's teleport's normal, it's happened to me, teleport me low health to one of the summoned enemy attacks. Oh, that's Ghost. Damn, I'm dead. I've survived the amygdala diddling me once or twice. That weren't my scream. No. Long time sub, just stopping to wish you good night. Oh, thank you, Joe. Smallpox. Hot dogs and diddler. I mean, probably one of the more, like, staggering occasions of, like, just... Like, this wasn't even, like, a dude... Like, he didn't, like... I still don't know how to take the interaction with this one guy. But this one dude, I was working... And he told me... It was, like, this really old dude, like, father of time, beard and everything. Like, he could have been a mall Santa. This guy had that kind of look going on. And he walked up to me. I was just working some, like, cheese or something. And he walked up to me and he goes... Like, he put his hands on his hips like he was about to tell me some hard truth, or... like I didn't mow his lawn correctly. He was gonna give me some hard wisdom on how mowing a lawn is like taking care of your life assets or something. But he put his hands on his hips and he's like, I tell you what, son, it just weren't right what we did to your people during World War II. And like I look at him, and I'm like, like I'm wondering if there's like some joke. I'm like, excuse me. And he was like, I came to find out, like I got it out of him. He was talking about like the Japanese internment camps. It's like I wonder what demons were following this guy. Like what memory was haunting him to the point that he saw some random mixed Asian American dude working some like shredded cheese and thought, this is it. I gotta come clean. I gotta get this out of my conscience. Like I wonder what's chasing him. I didn't ask. I didn't really want to know. But I don't know. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. Like, I don't really care. I'm not like out here trying to, like, I don't know, fucking, the white man is oppressing me, or whatever. Or look for any sympathy, anything like that. It's just funny stories for me. I think we may have lost Tuna. We lost Tuna, and I followed right after because the guy stun locked me into a gunshot. Whoever the developer is that programmed that NPC, I hope your legs stop working. He was probably flying the Enola Gate and dropped the bomb, had to get off his chest. It's the white women depressing skit on YouTube. There's one. Or if I can make a case out like that. I'd have to do a face reveal and stuff to prove myself, but like, I'm being oppressed from the color of my skin and the shape of my eyes. This is ridiculous. I can't believe that a platform this big would be host to such races. And they're like, oh shit, oh fuck, we need to shut him up. That's unblacklist this channel, quick. Give him like a car or something, quickly. And we need to issue like an apology on Twitter really quickly. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll fix it. Sloppy. I shall unslap myself. Yeah, I do really low damage. If any of you are wondering like why I'm doing such low damage at such a high, like pretty decently mid-game, I think. It's because this is meant to be an arcane build. This will eventually one day be arcane. I'm gonna be a cauliflower boy blasting people with my IQ points. Eventually. For right now, I'm just like a discount Undertaker cosplayer with a saw spear that doesn't do decent damage, but it's the best I got. It's the best I got. Speaking of getting bullied for ethnicities, you are. I guess I was bullied in high school for being Hawaiian and Samoan. I'm Italian. Nice. I mean, like, their heart was in the right place, I suppose. Like, they were trying to... Like, they were trying. They've got to press you for something. They might not know what, but it's gonna be something. So we do get a call beyond. The NPC gang squad's so intense, I think I've beaten them once and every other time I've just run past them. It's a good idea. Usually by now I've got some crazy like beast cutter build or something running, but since I'm not doing like turbo damage like I normally am, might be a little more tough. The thing that always killed me is that I grew up around a bunch of, look at how stupid that is. I grew up around a bunch of kids that were like Cantonese and stuff. They lived on the same street as me. But I couldn't really fit in with them because my family, like I said, I'm mixed. So my family's not 100% Laotian, there's a lot of white. And so, I couldn't really fit in with them like I wanted to because I speak like Mandarin or whatever the fuck they were speaking. Whatever like weird mashup of like 3 languages they called speech. Couldn't fit in with them. But I also couldn't fit in with all the good old honky-tonks that I went to school with. It's an interesting blend. I won't deny that it made for an interesting, like, middle and high school experience. I can't deny it. It was never without excitement of some kind. But I think I've talked about that enough. I don't really feel like boo-hooing about that. Been playing too much Elden Ring, I think. That's a good stratagem. He just fucking insta-killed him. Where's my mage at? There he is. And they are fucking up all of my summons. I really don't want to get too close because these guys can like insta-kill me. I knew it! I had no idea. We just go down here. Hope they forget that we exist, and go fight the Dark Beast Parl. I think that might be a good idea. I think that might be a good play. Man was fighting for his fucking life. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're just gonna pretend that they don't exist right now and go kill Dark Beast Parl. Because I desperately fucking need the blood echoes. I really, really need to level up. Am I being chased? No, I'm not. Bloodstone chunks. This reminds me so much of the, what is it? The Untinted Shrine, I think. I think that's the name of it. Cannon got me. I'm not gonna be able to join Bloodborne Thursday this time. That's alright. Dark Beast Parl is literally easier than these dudes 100%. Maybe using a level 170 character here is a bad idea. I mean, it's really my fault. I really need to go level. But it'd be too late on the night for when you get to your other character. I mean, if anyone needs help with anything, if any of you guys need help running anything, just let me know. Because, I mean, really, like, truly this character needs to go with the Cum Chalice. I need to go to the Cum Chalice and farm runes and get really high level. And I need to go like the DLC and get the Cos Parasite. Next week I'll be in a work group and we can run Yorick. It's nice to hide the Cum Chalice ware. The Cum Chalice, if you haven't played Bloodborne before, the Cum Chalice is a, it's a Chalice dungeon, and it's got a rune, and the rune is like, Cum FPK or something. It's got a number in there somewhere, I think. And it's the best way to farm runes in the entire game. So we have Tuna, and we've got Luna. I like to sing about the moon and the June and the spring. I love to sing. Big, strong opening attack. That kinda hurt, I won't lie. There's nothing quite like just leaving your camera behind, like 30 feet behind you. And Paul's just not spamming his giant, like... There it is. Oh no, he actually has electricity taken away. Poor Paul. Dude, Parl does not deserve this fucking beating. Carl's such a cool boss. Like, in design. Like, Carl is so cool. Dude, level 90 Lady Maria. Come FPK is the challenge code. Any updates with the Morgott video? Yeet's still currently working on the edits for the beginning of the video. The next video tomorrow will probably be a bunch of Fight Club highlights. You can thank Tuna for collecting those. That's really it. It's gotta be called something like Elden Ring Fight Clubs are Wild or something like that, I don't know. And I've already got like the thumbnail made for it. It's really Gucci. I made a really nice thumbnail on accident. It's like Joe Rogan and the other two like commentators like freaking out when someone got knocked out in UFC. Except I've edited like the Elden Ring soldier helmet, the jar helmet, and the prisoner helmet on them. I put like a physic flask over their like boomer white monster they have on the table. So, yeah. Expect that tomorrow. And like some good old-fashioned come. Walk through the first doorway, and then look left, you get 82k. Wake up. Wake up, feet on the floor, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Come on, wake up. There we go. Sleeping on the job. Alright, let's... Okay. Let's make that nice even number. Come FPK. Yeah, can't you just like... That's already taken. Let me see if I can do it. Come FPK. There it is. I didn't put enough ibs, so it's come. Then like some good old-fashioned come. Walk to the first doorway, then look left, you get 82k. Pimping your way through Yardom. Yeah. It was a mistake to come here. Never should have come here. Welcome to the cum zone. The price of a cum oath. What's some of the lines from some of those, if any of you don't know what that's from, those are from like 3 separate songs. God, I used to like be able to recite the lyrics to those because I listened to them too much. Welcome to the cum zone. Cum time? Cum FPK, the best chalice. You better start believing compilation. No, it's, you better start believing in cum zones. You're in one. Then, it's like, right here, right? Because an NPC gets killed way off in here somewhere. I think. It's been a long time since I've went into this chalice. Even that first dude gave me an ass load of souls. Only come inside anime girls. My god. No, I probably wasted my time coming here. Look at my health bar, how minuscule that shit is. Ow. Bloodborne. That song's awesome. Stuck on Ludwig. I can help you with Ludwig. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been in this dungeon. I don't remember anything about it. I think I'm just gonna take my leave. Coming high to the morning sky, vape come from my palm until I die. There's like some really good lines from the stupid Cum Zone songs, but I don't remember. I can't remember any. Like I guess I need to go back and listen to them. See that statue. Immediately look left when you leave the chamber of the seal room. You'll probably have to bold Hunter Mark out. He load the secondary, he literally has to remake the dungeon. I'll just destroy it. That's alright. I'm too sleepy to be worrying about this. Go ahead and blow this thing apart. There it is. Watching Arthur with a cock in my ass. Riding hard, eating ass, masterclass. I think that's one of the best lines from the Cum songs is eating ass, masterclass. Like, I want to shake the hand of whoever came up with that. Preferably like their left hand, but still. I would like to shake the hand of whoever made that. Eating ass, masterclass. That's such a good line. Let's see. Someone need help with Ludwig, right? Heir to the cum throne. All of your cum is belong to me. I also felt myself die inside watching you open up the secondary bonus area door. You play a little too much Soulsborne. You might need to start lifting some weights, that might help with that. I think if any time anything in these games, like seeing someone do anything like arbitrary action makes you feel any certain way, it might be a good idea to just do something with yourself. Get into like maybe researching protein or something, I don't know. But it's a little too much of an obsession with the Souls games. There's a whole world out there. Let's see, Ludwig. Ludwig is DLC, so he should be up here. I don't know where to meet, so I'm just gonna go to the other place for the schmeet and greet. Preferably their left hand. Yeah, me, Luna Blood Killer. Well, don't you fucking worry. Cause I've got the Weed Whacker, the Ludwig Smacker. This thing makes me look like a Dark Souls hacker. We'll keep the same password. This shit right here, this fucking Weed Whacker, this thing usually eats Ludwig alive. Like, I don't know, like, this might be like New Game 99. Like, naked backstep only run, like, I don't know. But assuming this is like a fairly normal Ludwig fight, any kind of buff I typically throw fire paper on because I'm a cheap bitch. But any kind of buff whatsoever, you throw that shit on this and just do this, and it ruins Ludwig. He doesn't have really super duper fast reaction, like, or aggro swaps. And so you can just walk up to some random part of his big ass and just start laying into him like this and get some really good damage off. When's the next Elden Ring Fight Club? That would be tomorrow. That's why we call it the Friday Night Fight Club, believe it or not, because the fight clubs always occur on Friday. Like, I don't know if anyone out there has noticed a pattern, like, from the past, like, 2 months, but, you know. I hate that witch. That witch bitch. What are you drinking, Skid? This is H2O. Nature's juice. Wobble. Wobble. Extremely cold water, though. I will say that. My brother's bought some, like, fancy, like, namby-pamby pitcher that filters water, because apparently, according to my brother, who's like my body's a temple type person, according to him, the tap water in this state is full of all kinds of nasty things, and I'm not supposed to drink it, so I said, alright. I said, alright, I'll bite. And he bought this like little, like, it's a thing, you pour tap water into the top of it, it's like a tea pitcher. And, oh shit. Hold that thought. And it filters water, and I mostly drink it because the water is ice cold, but apparently it's also better. I don't really like know how. I feel like drinking Floridian tap water's made me like basic. Like, there's a reason I've not ever gotten COVID. It's because I've been drinking tap water my whole life and like outside like hose water out of the tap. My immune system is so robust, COVID never stood a chance. All along. My true mentor. My guiding moonlight. Can't believe they turned the Friday from Friday Night Fight Clubs into a thing. Skids, do you think we'd be able to handle Maria since you're right near it? I mean, I am incredibly sleepy. Like, I'm so sleepy that I fucked up the cum chalice, like... I really don't care. You guys know how Bloodborne Thursday works. It's just me playing the game. So instead they couldn't hear his music, so let's crank that shit up. Tuna got fucking eradicated. I will kill you for Tuna as soon as I catch my breath. He's animation canceling. Ooh. There you go, now you get the cool animation. Still got me. Never got his music. His screams are terrible. Is the one guy who shit talked this cutscene still banned? Yes. That was not like a joke ban, that was like... That's permadeath. Like, he's gone. Let's do it. Oh, is it Lady Maria? Right. Why the music hits so hard, goddamn. Blin that booty. It's an honor to be felt by the great Ludwig. This game worth it? It's my favorite Soulsborne game for the PvE. For PvP? No, if you're a PvP junkhead who's only in these games to beat up on other people, no. It can be good. You can make like a really funny, like this pistol that's on my side. If you make the right twink build, you can just like walk up and do this. You can see like a brand new player emote at them. They're like, oh, I know the Dark Souls modus operandi. I'll fucking emote back. And while they're in like mid emote, you can just look at them and go, like, and one shot them. It's the funniest thing you'll ever do. So I mean, it can be good for PvP, but for PvE, I think this game is second to none. Like the first half of Dark Souls 1 comes close. Some parts of Sekiro come close. But I think Bloodborne. I think Bloodborne's got the best PvE. I think it's From Software's masterpiece. Good shit, thank you. No problem. 100% worth it. Best boss in the game. He got what he deserved. Weed 420, right? Yeah. Is Bloodborne hard or like Dark Souls? Yes. It is Dark Souls but horror. Like if H.P. Lovecraft's literature was mixed with the Dark Souls gameplay formula, that is basically what this game is. It's all kinds of like really high Victorian fantasy, gothic horror, and also Lovecraftian eldritch nastiness. It's a big blend. It's such a good game. I hope all of you are having a good night, by the way. I'm probably about to have not such a good time, if I'm being honest with you. The fucking Beast Cutter. Yeah, level 90 player versus Lady Maria. Let's fucking do it. I'm ready to boogie, baby. Replayability. Now, it's pretty replayable. I mean, there's all kinds of different builds you can run. You can go like Blood Tinge, you can fucking go art. You can be like a fucking, you can do like a really edgy like blood build with Shikage or Rite of Palash or something. You know, and Evelyn. You could become like a cauliflower wizard and fire like IQ points at people. Wield the fucking arcane abilities of the like fucking weird, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You can actually like play as a werewolf, like a human gone mad with the beast blood. You can be like a strength boy using like a big bonk stick of some variety. You can explode fucking beasts as your method of hunting with like a lot of the fucking boom hunter workshop stuff, like the boom hammer, the fucking cannon, everything like that. The minigun. You can be just like a classic hunter with the fucking... I mean, yeah, there's a lot of replayability. There's all kinds of builds you can run. You can do challenge runs aplenty. Oh, and the music is also, like, some of the best From Software's ever put out. Like, I'm pretty die-hard about Dark Souls 1's music being the best in the series. Oh, Christ. Christ! But I think Bloodborne really gives the run for its money. Like, Dark Souls 3's music was really good, but it really felt like Dark Souls 3's music was, just like leftover bits of Bloodborne soundtrack. Like, it was really gothic and cool. But I don't know. Wow. But the music's great. There's a lot of challenge runs and secrets. The lore is deep as the abyss, like every other Souls game. A lot of fucking speculation and theories and open-ended things that YouTubers talk about. There is a bit of an active PvP dueling community, I guess. So, yeah. Oh, think about it. Thanks for the info. Yeah. I mean, the lore of this game is really intriguing. It's pretty deep, like any other Souls game. The inspirations from old Victorian horror and Lovecraft are absolutely fucking phenomenal. The art design is from Software at its best. Tons of builds. The multiplayer is also fun with friends if you know anyone that plays it. Something that really adds replayability is like every weapon in the game. A lot of people talk about there being a real lack of weapon variety. But every single weapon in this game, like I feel like I don't have that many in here compared to what you have in Souls games. But every weapon is basically 2 weapons in one. Like the Beast Cutter has like this really cool whip type thing going on, but you can transform it into this. And that can get integrated like that. You know, and every weapon's like that. So there's all kinds of different play styles and things, and there's also the randomly generated chalice dungeons to go through, which is one of my favorite parts of the game, to be honest. It's one of my favorite memories from this game was mapping out the chalice dungeons with Frantic. They're all mapped now, like we know of all of the chalice dungeons now. There's no mystery left in there, but at one point, Frantic and I were spelunkers. We were helping out map all of the different glyphs. The Chalice Dungeons, I love replayability. Is it coming to PC? I would not count on it. I would not cross your fingers. You can technically play it on PS now, on PC, but it's dog ass. It's terrible. It's pretty much unplayable. Bloodborne features one of the edgiest weapons from Software making Shikage, which is a literal blood katana. The only thing that might be edgier than Shikage is Rivers of Blood, if I'm being for real with you. Garment's theme is even in Elden Ring. Yeah, the merchants play it, don't they? On their little, like, fiddle thing. The people that I respect the most playing Elden Ring in the multiplayer right now are the people cosplaying as like merchants that sell things. I've only run into one of them. I ran into a guy named Crab Merchant, and he was selling us crab and prawn of different varieties. It's really interesting, like, seeing how people I think the guy that I know that does the Crab Merchant stuff actually commented on one of my videos. He apparently gets a lot of really cool stuff from people by trading crab with them, so I'm glad to see that he's doing well. I thought about getting in on the action myself because I just hate Elden Ring invasions. So I thought maybe I'd be funny and make my own different merchant. Ooh. cats got hurt. Valorheart got fucking knocked down. Maria walks with her chest way too far. She looks really fucking... She looks really aloof, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. She walks like someone that thinks they're really important. Like, she might be, like, she might just know, like, how cool she is as a boss, I don't know. She also shares the death animation with Gehrman. They have really, really similar death animations. They both, like, throw their hands up to the sky like they're trying to commune with the moon presence or something. Just the way Maria walks is silly to me. It looks like a little kid wearing, like... I don't know. I don't know. Like a little kid wearing his dad's work coat, puffing his chest out and walking around. I miss Chalices too. Also Shikage walks rivers of blood could run. Perfect ending. Thanks, Skids. No problem, Isaac. Honestly sad they never added a Chalice dungeon mechanic to DS3 or Elden Ring. You know, I was really hopeful... See, what I was hopeful for with Elden Ring... Also, does anyone else need any help with anything, just let me know while I'm ranting, I guess. Something I was really hoping. I was hoping that Elden Ring was going to do something like the Chalices with the Catacombs, and it looks like they thought about it. Because the Catacombs are like the perfect template for procedurally generated things, right? Matter of fact, I think it's called the Roads End Catacombs, the ones in the Misty Lake area off to the west on the cliff. They have like this really weird, almost Chalice dungeon-like feature, where you run through it, and you keep dropping into the beginning of the level, and it like fucks with your head because it resets the level every time you drop down. And you have to drop through the level like 3 different times. It's really, really trippy, and a lot of people get lost at their first time. And it's just like a glimpse of what the potential could have been. Like, they could have done so much with the Catacombs in terms of stuff like that. It could have been really cool. I was really hoping the Catacombs in Elden Ring were gonna be like the Chalice dungeons, with glyphs or whatever. But they didn't. And it being From Software, I doubt they will, but could have been. Since I am new, want to have a PvP? No. There's still the Coliseum we don't have access to. Maybe they'll do something with it. I mean, if they do anything with it, it'll just be like the old arena in DS3, maybe. The only way I could see the arena being worthwhile is if they increase the player count for it, which I don't know if they'll do. Like, Elden Ring fight clubs, like 4 or 6-man brawls, would be really, really crazy because of all the one-shot BS. Like, if you guys thought the arena, like, if any of you fought in my fight clubs back in DS3 and you thought the one-shot BS in those was bad with people, like, plunge attacking, just imagine how bad the one-shot builds will be in a 6-man brawl. That would be the only thing I could see them doing with the arena that would make it worthwhile, because the PvP, unless they add some rewards for doing arena, there's no incentive to go to that arena. You can still just go to the academy. Maybe they'll add something like that. I mean, that's really wishful thinking. Yeah, I like the positivity. I remember people telling me that, well, maybe they'll add like a co-op update to Sekido and some of the DLC. Yeah. I have to kill the failures. Since you just killed Maria, I could save that for a later date. I also have the One Reborn. What would you rather fight, Tuna? Would you rather fight the failures or the one reborn? Would you rather fight the living homunculi or Mom Spaghetti? I'd kill for some Elden Ring 3v3. I live for that kind of insanity. I mean, you can bet your sweet Bippy that if they add an arena, we will be doing that. We will 100% be running around. Who knows? I apologize, I'm very tired. I wasn't gonna skimp out on you guys. I wasn't gonna, like, not do Bloodborne Thursday, but I am tired. I'm gonna keep going, though. We haven't went long enough. We've only been streaming like an hour. Those are baby numbers. The one reborn. I'll meet you there. I think From should make a huge DLC for DS3 with new arena. No. No, DS3 has had its time in the sun. It's not getting any more DLC. I don't think it needs any more DLC. I think DS3 is over and done with. I think From Software accomplished what they wanted to with that game. Sleepy Skid is cute. Please don't stop. Just you asking me to not stop makes me think I probably should. What bonfire should I go to tonight? I doubt this is the right one. Where should I meet up? DS3 has some crazy mods. Yeah, like Cinders and Convergence, right? Aren't those the names? Before Elden Ring came out, I was playing a ton of the Hollow Overhaul and adds a dummy amount. Okay, so I was actually right. DS3 PvP is my favorite fighting game. It is, but they're not gonna add anything to that game. I do not hold out hope for that. I would be impressed if there's even any more patches or like hot fixes for DS3. I think the last one it'll ever see will be the one that fixes the issue that the White Hat hacker found, where people could like remote control your PC via Dark Souls games. I think whenever they patch that and the game goes back up in live, if it ever does, on PC, I think that'll be the very last, that'll be the very last one. Honest to God, I would kill for Dark Souls 2 servers to come back. I was having such a good time. I was having such a good time on Dark Souls 2. Like I was researching all these builds and I was having fun. That was the last time I had fun in DS PvP. Like Elden Ring PvP has not been fun to me. I've not really enjoyed it at all. Of course, Bloodborne. I might make a video about Bloodborne's PvP later, like sometime later this month, maybe. I might make like a really low-level build, twink it out really hardcore one of these Bloodborne Thursday type days, and try to low-level invade a few people, make a video about it, call it the state of Bloodborne PvP in 2022. But yeah, I was actually having a lot of fun. Like, I think the last time I was on that, before the servers went down, I had just made my Ice Rapier and Bone Fist build. It was a really, really solid stunlock build. It was so fun. Hey, you never know what if when the servers go back up they also fix the bow glitch. Yeah, right. Considering most of that, like most everything that was a glitch in DS3 is still in Elden Ring, I wouldn't count on it. Real talk, DS2 servers legit went down during Return to Drain Lake. Best Souls can't catch a break. Yeah. Yeah, I thought they, like, it made me really sad. Like, the guys that, like, organized Return to Drain Lake actually put it, like, a month ahead of time to make up, because Elden Ring was coming out, you know, and they knew that no one was going to be on DS2 ahead of Elden Ring, you know, so they did it a month ahead of time, and it still got the kibosh put on it by the servers getting nuked. Honestly, if we did an unupgraded weapon fight club tomorrow, I think it'd be a tad more fun. Well, you may think so, but the problem is, in Elden Ring, the weapon upgrade level doesn't matter so much if they have one of the really BS weapon arts. They will still just knock the crap out of you with something. And so it's gonna turn into like Adetta with his fucking fingerprint shield, still being immortal, and no one dying. Some guy will have like sword dance with like really, really high stats and still one shot nearly. It'll be BS somehow. Elden Ring's PvP is too cracked out and whack. There's too much like fucking whacked out Yahoo shit in that game to make an upgraded Fight Club fun. DS2 PvP was peak stupid joy. DS2 PvP is so much fun. Elden PvP is pretty mediocre. Yeah. I can't even remember, like, I think I made a corrosive build too, didn't I? Didn't I make a video about that? Do any of you remember? It was like a month before, like a month, 2 months before Elden Ring came out. I made like 3 or 4 DS2 PvP videos. If you guys go back and watch those were the last times I really, really had fun making a Dark Souls video. Like, some of the Elden ones haven't been too bad, some of them have been pretty okay to make, but... You did. The fact I'm level 40 Elden Ring get people with rivers to seppuku is completely stupid. Yeah. I mean, most of the time, if you're like, if you invade an Elden Ring, the thing you're gonna see predominantly is Moonveil. They nerfed Moonveil, but it's still very, very, very strong in the PvE. It is still incredibly strong, and they still use it. Holy God, did they still use it? The thing that makes Moonveil good isn't even like the weapon itself. The thing that makes Moonveil so good is the input delay that, Alexi's done. There's like a slight input delay in Elden Ring on everything that you do. And so when Moonveil comes out, even if you react accordingly, the timing on it is so fast and it's such a quick instacast that it's really, really hard to do anything about, even if you react to it accordingly, because your input might not come out in time. Oh, you. Yeah, like jismed everywhere. The most broken build. Oh, yeah, that's right, I remember that. That's what I called it, wasn't it? Because it was technically the most broken build because I was just breaking people's gear. That's right. The one where you break that one guy's gear. I love Elden PvE. Hate the PvP. Moonveil still hits at 1,000 damage. Agreed, Moonveil stupid fast, and I got blasted. It happens. Every enemy in this game's got some weird quake stomp when they get pressured. Felt good to do our ritual again. I know what you mean. Yeah, Moonveil is so fast that it's really the combination of that and the input delay that's in Elden Ring. Like in the older Souls games, like you hit circle, and it's nearly immediate. In Elden Ring, there's like a split-second delay, and that's all Moonveil needs to hit you. It's that fucking fast. It's that little bit of a delay. I don't know what causes that. I don't know. I don't know what they fucked up. But they did. Alright. Where's Skid off to next time? Well, next. Excuse me. Where am I gallivanting off to? Oh, by the way, I hope all of you liked today's new video. As boring as it is, I hope you guys liked it. I was talking to Yeet before I made it. I was like, Yeet, and I was like, I have no idea how I'm gonna commentate this, you know? like I really didn't. I had no idea. Like, it's such a boring playstyle, you know? Sitting behind that shield and just poking people. It's boring. It's hella boring. It took so much for me to try and commentate that and not make it seem like I was bored. Like, it would have been so easy to do commentary for that and just make it sound like I was watching paint dry. Like I was watching grass grow. Like I was cataloging the daily, like, hair growth on my right arm. Well, it seems hair 49B12 is doing quite nicely. Let's check. Let's see how hair 48-2A3C. Oh, nice growth on that. A little bit of a sway to the side, a little bit of breakage around the stem. That's too long. I just get that bored that I start like documenting the growth of my arm hair, you know. But I hope all of you liked it anyway. I hope there were a few giggles to be had. I thought it was pretty entertaining. Not the playstyle, but the absurdity of it. We avenged the AP, worry not. I'm playing Elden Ring and the dogs are still my bane. Broken PvP builds are easy in comparison. Thought this was a vid. No one else on YouTube brings this much character to their streams. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate it. I don't know what, like, brings character means. Like, what's that, like, I'm good at talking? Like, I don't know. Oh my god, look at the number of... I'm Richie Rich. I need to spin these. Alright, we're gonna get mollies to start off with. We're gonna... some bolt paper and some fire paper. Just go ahead and buy all of these that I could ever want, I guess. Probably use some antidotes. Probably need to stock up on these. Okay, there we go. I finally ran out. Oh my god, I'm a heavy spender. We must all document our arm hair growth. At least you killed the racist with rivers of blood. That's true. It was a fun video. See you later, Skid. Gotta go do farm hand stuff. Have fun. See you, Ghost. It was evil. So evil I had to install For Honor just to play an okay game, but it was hilarious. Oh, don't even get me started on For Honor. For Honor finally brought back a couple of outfits and effects that I've been wanting for over a year. Like, it's just like... just when I think I'm out, they pull me right back in. It's, it's terrible. Achievement unlocked, crippling depression. I think I said something to Yeet about the like because I was having trouble with I was actually struggling with the fingerprint shield playstyle because I was actually playing too aggressive. I was like running into like I don't know I was playing it wrong. I was trying to make openings and run into people and do all this stuff, but I didn't really need to. And I was like, man, the shield's not that good like everyone says it is. Like it's kind of booty. But then I figured it out and I told Yeet, it's like I figured out how to do well with this shield. I wait for them to use all of their mana, spamming their weapon arts, and I just move in and start R1 trading from behind my shield. This is something like new fighting style unlocked, like huge kike or something. I can't remember what I said. New fighting style unlocked, huge kike, I don't know. It was stupid. You're fun to be around, you slut. That's what I meant. I appreciate it too. Rob is not bad to dodge. Thank you for avenging me, Tuna. We're even. Stan with the 20 shekels. Just gonna have the hospital. Was able to catch a stream. Thanks for being so entertaining and chill. What's your favorite build in Bloodborne? Quality Beast Cutter. The Beast Cutter is my favorite weapon in this game. My favorite, like, kind of specialty build, I guess, if we're talking like some sort of like exotic, unique type thing, is a werewolf build with the beast claws and all that stuff. That was really unique. That was pretty fun. Hey, thank you for the 20 Stan. I hope your hospital stuff went good. Like whatever you had done, like maybe shin extensions, penile enlargement, ass inflation, like whatever they did, dildo removal, whatever kind of thing you had going on, I hope it went well. That's exactly what you said. It did, thank you. Nice. Now who else needs help? I know I need help. I need help finding something to do. I don't know. I feel like a lot of streamers, like, I can't watch other streamers because it doesn't feel like they really talk. Like, whenever I do my streams, I talk to you guys as if I had one of my friends in the chat and they had to have their mic muted or something. Like I don't know, like, say Yeet decided to, like, combine coffee with G Fuel, and the unholy matrimony that he made with those two fluids, like, sealed his mouth shut or something, and he couldn't talk. I talk to you guys as if you're, like, in a call with me, but you're all muted. It's like I'm talking to, like, 20 people at once. But with a lot of streamers, I can't watch them because it doesn't feel like they're really speaking to, like, to the viewers. It's weird. I can't really explain, but there doesn't really feel like there's a connection. Like, it doesn't really feel like they realize that there's people, you know, watching them. Like, a lot of guys, like, if you watch a lot of streamers, they'll walk in like, yeah, so, yeah, doing some, Bloodborne stuff. Oh, thank you for the $45 in the chat, Quick Scoper 420, I appreciate that. And, thanks for the big subs, we appreciate that here, and, yeah, so it's Bloodborne, and, oh yeah, no, thank you for the, the 3 months there, Boogerfart49, I really appreciate that, big thank yous. Got a donation, let's read it. Your content's garbage, thank you, I try very hard. And, yeah, so, it's a game, playing it, feeling good tonight, feeling awesome. Hope everyone's feeling awesome. It's, yeah, it's, you know. Oh no, thank you. Yeah, that's pretty much all the streams are. They feel so boring, you know. Like I don't know how people watch people that do that. Yeah. Thyroid removal. Ew. Foreign object extraction. I could load Bloodborne play with you if you want, but I don't have help. I don't need help. I've had 4 cups of coffee and 2 cups of G Fuel. I want to kill myself. The price of success can't really connect if you have thousands of viewers. I feel like you can. Depends on the viewers. You can't talk to us because we're few, but how you keep up a combo of 5K? Well, see, I feel like you could. I don't feel like that's an excuse. You just have to, like, pluck a person out of the chat, read it, and then, like, Because what I do with you guys, like right now, like I'm not looking at the chat. Like the last person I look at is Calston. I look up at the game, and I go on sort of a tangent based on what you guys are saying. Like I kind of get a feel for what the chat's talking about. Like a couple of you guys all said the same thing about streamers not being able to keep up, and I can go on a tangent, almost like a rant, like a comedian that gets an idea from the crowd yelling something at him. That's basically what I do. That's why that's how I keep the conversation going, I guess. You know. So I feel like you could. And if I couldn't like tell where the chat was going with what they were saying, I would pose a question. Or throw some really hot take that I know would piss someone off. You know? Or I'd find one like turd in the chat and make fun of him. Like the guy that made fun of Ludwig last week, the cutscene. I just made that guy like the village idiot. And just made fun of him. So, yeah. So I stick to smaller streamers. I can make a new file if you want to play. Could see if I have a grip on pain meds. Are you okay, Stan? I'm dope. He's doped up, is what he means. Says, anyone need help with anything? Anything else? I think Tuna needs to kill the living failures. I think I recall seeing that. I also don't know how I would handle people donating a lot if I was a big streamer. Not like I don't want to sound like some sort of braggadocio full of myself type thing, you know? When I say I don't know how I would handle, like I wouldn't want to spend my entire stream thanking people, you know, like I just did, like, oh, thank you, Rotten Sausage 420, I really appreciate that. No, Captain Dildaroo 44, thank you for the subs. Like I wouldn't want to spend the whole stream doing that, but I would also feel bad not acknowledging people for trying to help me out and doing what I do. So I don't know how I would handle that. I don't know. Elden Ring has cut armor, one piece of which is underwater. Why even code that? I'm not mad, but why? From Software's game design is an absolute mystery. Most VTubers don't read donations, but rather wait till the end to thank them. It's a good idea. Some of you know that I do a little VTubing on the down low every once in a while. I will say, I understand how VTubing is profitable. Like, I have not made as much money doing YouTube as I have, like, the few times I do, like... For the, like, 2 or 3 months I VTubed weekly, I probably made more money off of that than I have, like, the rest of my time. The only exceptions are, like, the few random times people have given me, like, an exorbitant amount of money and made me want to, like, refund it, you know? Like Luca with, like, the couple $100 to put on that furry mod. Stuff like that. I couldn't handle, like, I see some streamers get, like, these massive donations, like $10,000. I wouldn't even know how to process getting that much money. I'd probably refund it whether the person told me to or not. I don't think I could handle that on my conscience. I don't think I could go to sleep with that knowing that someone gave me that. It'd fuck with me too bad. I wouldn't be able to sleep. Thank you, mods. Bro, you should be a VTuber then. I could. For whatever reason, people think I sound cute or sexy or whatever. I just think I sound like a really nasty discount critical, but... And a lot of people think that too, but... There's a startling number of people that think, my voice is nice. I wonder how much of this Tuna has. It looks like the lift's been raised, so... Maybe we can just run straight to the, boss. I'm mad they got rid of the underwear armor. Or what, the deathbed smalls. The thong, the G-string, yeah. Kinda weird they took that out. Whenever a streamer gets a big donation, I feel like it becomes super awkward to watch for 10 minutes while I just thank the person over and over. I don't know, I don't think I could handle it. Well, I know I've donated a nice chunk of cash to other cute small streamers and they refund it. It's like, I've always been poor. I don't really know what I would do if 10k was just dropped in my lap. I've never had anything like that. I just don't think I don't think I could mentally handle it. That's like a little beyond my realm of expertise, just handling a gift like that. I don't think so. Your voice is unique, I'm not gonna lie, G. I sound depressed. This shit's actually infuriating. I want my thong back. The deathbed smalls are still in, but you can't drop them. They make you mask on a blink background. Match that to the fucking video. Hey Sky, I got a new spot for your next Elden Ring Fight Club if you're doing that. Where's that, Assam? Might just be the two of us, how romantic. I think it's just gonna be us two now. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, I think Tuna's run this so we can get to the boss pretty easy. I hope all of you that are like strangers to my streams like the fashion, the bucket hunter. That was very nearly the end of me. What time is the Friday Night Fight Club? I could host. I don't think we would get invaded. No, I host them. Because it doesn't matter in Elden Ring, because, you know, it's only got the 4 players, so I just pop a Taunter's Tongue and go somewhere. I think this would actually be better with the club version of this. I just realized these monsters, the homunculi here, they share the same sound effect as the crows. They have like the same sound effect pack as the fucking crows from Central Yarnum and stuff. I don't know how the fuck this thing's not dead yet. I'm trying to double T most of these with tuna, if I can. Oh, they're doing the thing. To the other side, tuna. The giant homunculi with the magic hearts. Yes, my friending. Huh? You came close, gross McNasty, but no cigar. What the fuck, Bloodborne? I don't like how many of them are in like a really close area together. Oh, so the Living Failures theme has no business going so hard. The Friday Night Fight Clubs are hosted at about 9 p.m. Eastern, if you're wondering the time. As in the Mogwin Palace, take the elevator to the Mog boss fight, and jump midway to the left. There's a ledge, pretty unique and cool spot for a fight club. I'll consider it. Is there like, there's probably a grace that's pretty easy to get to there, right? Elden Ring PvP gives me depression. Me too. What's the lore on the Living Failures? They are Maria's attempt to, fucking do something or another. I'm too sleepy. One of you lore nerds in the chat, fill 'em in. I know it's Lady Maria's fault. She was trying to do something and she fucked up really badly. I think she was trying to make a great one. To make up for what they did to, Kaz, I think. I think it's something to do with that. Could be wrong. Your voice is too soothing, Skid. I'll go to bed now. See you, Carlson. Elden Ring is the worst PvP to date. That's true, but it's also the newest one, so I have to cover it. Plus, they killed the PC servers for, all the Souls games, so... I can't... Trust me, if I could, for like 1 week, I wouldn't make any Elden Ring PvP. I'd go back to Dark Souls 2. Trust me, I would if I could. I'm probably going to make a PvP video about this game sometime in this month. I'm gonna make like a low-level twink build next time we do Bloodborne Thursday. And, make a Bloodborne, like the state of Bloodborne PvP in 2022. When in doubt, head slam. Watch my brethren get slaughtered. It has all the business to go that hard. Mog's boss fight. Bonfire methinks. Abortion the game. The grace is fairly close. See how long Bloodborne takes to download. It says 15 minutes, that would be cool. The Living Failures is an attempt at making the Celestial Emissary boss we fight to speak to Ebrietas. I can hear an old hunter's bell. Is there one behind me? Maybe that was Tuna's. It was! I heard Tuna's bell. I don't know if any of you heard that. I heard that. I've never had that happen before. I heard the person beckoning the bell. That's cool. That's, I put a smile on my face. I've never had that happen before. I heard the fucking bell ring. They're the failed attempts at making a great one. While all of them are strung together, it's the reason why they're failures. There's something I've been keeping to myself, and it's that I found out the cropping and shit I did originally is worth piss. I didn't even have to do that. That was weird. I heard that too. That's neat as fuck. I'm gonna record that. Save like last, 5 minutes. That was cool. I don't... did any of you know that was the thing? Hearing someone's beckoning bell before you get summoned, I've never had that happen before. Never once have I heard someone's bell being rung before they got me. I heard that too, that's neat. Wild. I'm telling you, like Bloodborne, Miyazaki's masterpiece, the game continues to surprise me. I don't know if that's the thing, but if you guys would for me, do some research on that shit and find out if that's like in any Easter egg videos, because I don't think I've ever seen that in any of those like 10 things you didn't know about Bloodborne. I've never seen a YouTuber say anything about that before. Last time. That's just out of my range. Stop letting her stab you. Like, I'm pretty good at stuff, but if you just keep on letting them do their stab, like, there's not much I can do. She's relentless, and I am ashamed. I want to see if we can hear it again. I'm gonna listen. I've never had that happen before. Skid, did you enjoy Cicado? I think Cicado is good for what it is. I think it's one of the more mid Souls titles, but it is good. I think it got done a little dirty with the lack of DLC and TLC that the game needed after launch. Luckily there are mods for that, but From should have definitely given Cicado some more love. It's a very fun rhythm game. I'm gonna listen. You said like I didn't hear it that time. That time I didn't hear it. Man, I wonder what the like the odds of that happening are. How would you rank the Soulsborne titles? It depends, like my PvE list and my PvP list is very, very different. I think for PvE, I think Dark Souls 1, I don't even consider the second half of the game worth ranking. But for like this, for me personally, Dark Souls 1's first half is always going to be number one, with Bloodborne basically tied for second, like right there at second. The first half of Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne I think is the best of From Software. Then, like I said, and keep in mind this is PvE. I think behind that for PvE is probably Dark Souls 3. And then behind that Elden Ring, then probably DS2. No, probably behind fucking, alright, let me fucking go back. For PvE I'd go Dark Souls 1, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, Cicado, Dark Souls 2. And I'd probably put Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2 tied, like, right there with each other for last. That's what I think. Basically, DS1 and Bloodborne at number 1, tied together. Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, DS2, Demon Souls Remake, with Cicado slightly above the last two. For PvP, I think, I think Dark Souls 2 had the best PvP, followed up by 3. Followed up by Dark Souls 1, followed up by Elden Ring, followed up by Bloodborne. Demon Souls, I can't really say because I've only really played the remake. So I don't know how the OG PvP is, but I'd put it right there with Elden. It's pretty busted. Oh crap. In terms of music, I think Again, Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne have the best music, followed up by Dark Souls 3, but probably followed up by Sekiro, and then Demon Souls. I think Elden Ring's got the weakest music, but DS2 is right there with it. I'll talk a bit more about what my rankings are with the Souls series after this boss fight's over. Got her. No replayability, absolutely none. Sekiro got done dirty. The only reason I'd say Sekiro has any replayability is going back for all the endings, I guess, if you want 100% it, because it is nice. Like, if you go back through Sekiro your second time, playing through the game, and, like, knowing how it's a rhythm game and knowing all the attacks makes you feel really cool. You actually feel like the shinobi that Sekiro is supposed to be. It's cool. I'm the best at DS3 out of all of them, and naturally it's because I'm terrible at Dark Souls 1. For me it's probably like DS2, Elden Ring DS, Bloodborne DS3, DS1. Although I loved them all, I feel like DS2 should be above Demon Souls. DS2 has some good bosses here and there, Demon Souls has like one. Let's see, what does Demon Souls have? It's been a minute since I played. Oh god, dude. I'm too fucking sleepy to be pulling Demon Souls bosses out of the vault. Oh god. You know what, I'll have to get back to you on what I think about Demon Souls. I'm a little too sleep deprived. Fucked up that I played DS2 twice. There's not a single piece of the soundtrack that I can remember. Are you sure you can't remember the Majula theme? Most people remember that. DS1 character creation music. Sweet Vengeance. DS2 base game is bloated with some mid bosses, but the late game DLC slaps. Lots of crazy unique mechanics never made a return. Demon of Song, best boss. Does Bloodborne have knight armor? There's kind of knight armor, but not really. Not in the Dark Souls sense. Like the closest thing you get to knight armor is the Canehurst stuff, which I don't think I have. The Canehurst stuff is like armor, but it would pass for light armor in Dark Souls, because in Bloodborne your hunter's meant to be fast and nimble and lightweight, so wearing armor wouldn't make sense, so there's not really any. But the Canehurst stuff is like armor, and then the Yahar'gul stuff is kind of like armor. I'll go see if I have any of it to buy. The Canehurst set? Yes. There's one of the Chalice sets, straight up armor. There is, let me see. I don't even know where the Canehurst stuff. Maybe I need to go kill the guy in the cathedral. The Bone Ash armor is kind of armor, but not really. It's really thin looking, it's not really armor. Even though it's called armor and gauntlets and stuff, it's really not. It really and truly isn't. The Canehurst set's kind of twinky like the Outrider set. That's basically about the best way, but the only real armor set that's meant to be like full like metal plating that covers you is the Canehurst stuff. It's a lot like the Outrider stuff and how it fits on you, but it looks a lot better. Let me see if I've got them on my other characters really quick. For me, I think Dark Souls 2 had the best PvP in this series because they tried to make it really wacky and cool. Like, you could tell they put thought into the PvP in that one. Like, look at like the rat, all the PvP covenants, the rat covenant, you know. And then like you look at level design was meant to be fun for invaders too, like the dragon area with the zip lines. You can't tell me that the zip lines weren't designed for invaders to get cool kills and shit from, you know. And then there were the arenas. Like Dark Souls 2 really tried to do something with the PvP community. Here we go, Canehurst. I think following up off of DS2, I think DS3 had the best PvP for its competitive nature. DS3 was probably the most well-balanced PvP experience out of all of them. And here's the Canehurst stuff. It's the closest thing to like full-on armor that you have, as far as a full set goes. But there is also, if I can find it, or if I even have it, right here. I think you can get this without the hood. I don't remember where you pick it up, but there's this really big knight helmet that you can wear. It comes without the hood. I don't know where you pick it up at, but you can have it. Yeah, I think DS3 had the second best PvP for its competitive nature. I think DS3's combat was really well balanced. I think I still stand by, like as wacky as it sounds nowadays, I think DS3 had the best, like the most well balanced PvP in the series in terms of very few builds that could one shot or just BS someone. Like there was really strong stuff. But like you look at like Dark Souls 2 with like a lot of the Twin Blade builds, or like Bone Fist and Ice Rapier. You look at Dark Souls 1 with the face backstabs and Dark Bead and flipping Havel Bombs. You look at Elden Ring with like 3/4 of the builds in that game. You look at Bloodborne with Blood Tinged and Arcane builds. And the balance really isn't there in the majority of the rest, and Demon Souls too. But then you look at DS3, and yeah, it's got some overpowered builds that could one-shot, but most of them require a glitch to work. There aren't very many, like, FromSoft intended builds that could just outright destroy you, like in the other games. And that's what I like about DS3 a lot. There was a lot of strategy, there was a lot of competitiveness. That's why there were so many tournaments for that game. DS3 had some of the best PvP in the series. Not as good as DS2, because DS2 was just fun. It wasn't the most well-balanced, but it was the perfect balance between really wacky, stupid one-shot ridiculousness and being able to be really creative with nearly anything in the game. Which is where DS3 kind of hurt. There were fewer one-shot BS abilities in DS3, but that kind of hurt the fun factor because everything sort of got siphoned down to the same few builds. You couldn't be as creative in DS3 as you could too, because it was more balanced. But it kind of hurt the creativity aspect of the game. Then following up off of that, I liked Dark Souls 1 stuff. Like that game was about as BS as Elden Ring, but maybe it's the nostalgia, but I like the BS in that game better. I can't explain it. But then, like, it kind of... And Dark Souls 1 falls into this too. I think Dark Souls 1, Elden Ring, and Bloodborne's PvP is all pretty on par with each other, if I'm being honest with you. Because like I said, it's like the fucking Wild West down here. Like, yeah, Elden Ring has a lot of really BS builds. It's really stupid, it's wacky, it's wild, it's annoying. But so is Bloodborne. Bloodborne's PvP is really infuriating as an invader or a duelist. It can be really frustrating with how strong people's builds can be and how everyone plays in like the same way with one or two one-shot things. And Dark Souls 1 was the same way. You saw a lot of the same three things. So Dark Souls 1, Elden Ring, and Bloodborne, it's hard for me to eke out any of them above the other than I just remember liking Dark Souls 1 better than Bloodborne or Elden Rings. And then Demon Souls PvP is fun, but I haven't done enough of it to rate it with all the others, and of course Sekiro doesn't have PvP. So that's what I think about the PvP. I think Dark Souls 2 is the best. I think it was the perfect balance. It was like right there on the money for terms of balance and wackiness. I like Dark Souls 3 because it was really balanced, but it kind of lacked in the wacky features. And then the other three, it's a crapshoot. I really can't tell you which one I like better. It's really up to your aesthetic. If you like the really pure medieval old school look, Dark Souls 1. If you like the like edgewalker, really fast-paced PvP, Bloodborne. If you like whatever in the fuck Elden Ring is, yeah, Elden Ring. So that's what I think about PvP. My Bloodborne save hasn't been opened since 2016. Ooh. I'd go DS1, BB, Elden Ring. There you go. You can rate that off of Magic. Especially if you with max stacks in Bloodborne, if you get parried, it's massive damage. DS2 still, it's more about how you design your character build. You could also argue that about Elden Ring, though. It's a lot about your build. For me, in Elden Ring, you load in, you get one shot, or you one shot first, but in DS3 especially, you had to rely on reading people. Yeah, I mean, that's true with Elden Ring, but it's also true of DS1 and Bloodborne a lot of times. Is Bloodborne PvP dead? Yes. I like Elden Ring's PvP, but on whack jobs don't listen. I'm not. Do you think Elden Ring has the worst PvP? It's, like I said, it's hard to say. And all these other games have had years to try and correct their stuff and sort of filter all of the BS out. Elden Ring's still new. I know that I'm really jaded and cynical, but Elden Ring still has the potential to pull it back. Like, it's done for Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne. As well as DS2 and 3. They are what they are. They are the finished product. We can rate them with years of experience under our belt and look back. Elden Ring is still new. So I'm trying to be fair. I don't think it's going to eclipse DS2 or 3's PvP, but it could certainly still be better than DS1 and Bloodborne's, which that's not a very high bar to set. You know. And you can have fun on all of them. I mean, you can make your own fun. Elden Ring has 0 skill, just spam 1 skill and dead. Yeah, so much fun. Again, I have a build in this game with this pistol called the Evelyn, where I invade low level in Central Yharnam. I run up to a new host, I emote at them, and one shot, they're dead. That's it. Dunzo, lights out. So, and then DS1 was the same way. I know any of you that did any Dark Souls 1 combat. I know you guys did some BS, like flipping Havelmom, Giant Dad, Dark Bead, Backstab, Fishing build. I know you did. You can't hide from me. I see your sins. Let's see. Watch. Have a good one. A blood tinge build. That's right. I want to refight bosses, why can I only do this in DS2? It's best Souls 2, obviously. Go to any facet of the Souls community and call it best Souls 2 religiously and see how many people try to argue with you. We call it Skid's Law. If Dark Souls 2 is brought up in a really positive light, or as your favorite, people will try to debate you about it. They can't leave that alone. People can absolutely not let well enough alone when it comes to Dark Souls 2 and opinions. I like going into like not super big Dark Souls streamers, but people about my size, maybe a little bit bigger, and just go and say, "Hey there, I don't know, Prod, so what do you think about DS2 and why is it the best Souls game?" And just watch the chat start like ripping themselves apart like wild dogs covered in pig's blood. Like they're thrashing around in their bedrooms like Leatherface, the end of Texas Chainsaw, you know, just freaking the fuck out about it. So, best Souls 2 boys, DS2 is gas though. I used to do low-level invasions in Bloodborne. You're a scumbag. Like me. Yeah. It's fun. Now, that's for PvP. Now, for PvE, I think the first half of Dark Souls 1 is, like, iconic. Like, say what you will about the second half, the unfinished bit. I gotta stretch. But I think the first half of Dark Souls 1 is like some of the best of all gaming. I think it's like the zenith in terms of design. For level design, music, armors, characters, like it's all so good. I think the game could have honestly ended in Anor Londo. I think they could have completely curtain called and ended Anor Londo. Because reaching Anor Londo and killing Ornstein and Smo is like one of the best moments in any video game that'll ever be made. The build up to it, like, because when you play Dark Souls 1, it's like this really dirty, like, trudge through all of these, like, really low down, dirty, dark places through the world. You get this feeling of loneliness and weariness the farther you get away from Firelink Shrine as you adventure. And you fight your way all the way through, like, one of the worst areas that you've encountered so far, Sin's Fortress. And you basically make it like fucking heaven. Like, you see St. Peter in the form of the nasty hobgoblins. And you're in, like, you know, fucking, you know, you're in, you get through the pearly gates, you're in heaven, then you, like, fight your way through all of these, like, areas and weird level designs, like with the Silver Knights and shit. You get annoyed, you get angry, you fight your way through it. And at the very end is one of the best fucking designs in any game ever. Skinny Man and Fat Man. With one of the best themes of any boss in any video game. That's where the game probably should have been. You probably should have killed them, and I would have warped to Gwyn, and that would have been it. Maybe have, like, saved the rest of it for DLC. But I think the first half of Dark Souls 1 is just the best. The Firelink Shrine music, the NPCs you meet, just the character creation music. Everything about it's so mysterious. And the graphics still hold up even after all these years because of the art design. All the iconic enemies, the Tauros Demon, the Capra Demon, the Gaping Dragon. I mean, fucking, you could just keep going on with all of the Undead Parish is probably the pinnacle, that or the Catacombs. But the first half of Dark Souls 1 will always be my favorite. I have a lot of love for it. Then Bloodborne is just so solid all the way through. It's like Miyazaki's masterpiece. I can't think of a single weak point in Bloodborne in terms of enemies that you fight and bosses. It's solid almost all the way through. And then you have Elden Ring, which is really fun with friends. It's like this really big, like you know, Legend of Zelda, like adventure romp with your friends with like a dark twinge of fantasy mixed in from the Dark Souls formula. And the PvE is really fun, but a lot of it's really forgettable, I think. Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne, these really, like, fine-tuned, you know, experiences. You know, it's really quality over quantity, where Elden Ring it's still quality, but it's more quantity over quality. A lot of reused stuff. You know, the music in a lot of places isn't as memorable, the design isn't as memorable. It's really fun, and, like, I had a good time running through with my friends. But I don't think I'll remember as much of it like I have the older games. Or even like Dark Souls 3, like the very first time seeing Irithyll of the Boreal Valley. It's like the first time seeing Anor Londo. You know, it's one of those moments. There are some, like, really good tracks, and there are good NPCs and bosses in Elden Ring, but it's all just so mid-tier to me, compared to what came before. Even compared to Dark Souls 3. Now, Dark Souls 3, I think the music is really, really good, but Dark Souls 3, for the most part, to me, was like the beta test for Elden Ring. Like, you look at Dark Souls 1's graphics, you look at Bloodborne's graphics, the design, the amount of detail and effort that was put in, and then switch over to DS3 and how much of it's just so bland. So, like, it's sort of like glazed over in a lot of spots, you know, it doesn't really, it just feels like a lot of it was stitched together in a big hurry, you know? Especially after seeing what they did with Elden Ring. And Elden Ring picks that back up. Elden Ring really doesn't feel like it's smoothed over in many places. It feels like a human being made, like, handcrafted each piece, you know? DS3 doesn't have that to me in some spots. And then again, I think DS3's boss design and enemy and NPC design was better than Elden Ring's. It was more unique. But the game itself does feel like the beta test to Elden Ring. And then Cicado, of course, is a finished product. It doesn't really feel glazed over at any part. It's really solid all the way through. It knows what it wants to be. The music's great. But again, it's not really as memorable. Like, you remember, like, the important ones, like the everlasting dragon and the giant snake and the fucking headless gorilla and headless Genichiro, you know. But not as much as the older games. And then Dark Souls 2, I think PvE-wise is the weakest. It does have some good ones. Like the Mirror Knight theme, slaps. The Majula theme, slaps. The DLC, like the Sunken King and the Ivory King's theme, slaps. Really great. But the majority of the base game, what you get when you buy the regular game, is just so weak, with so few nice spots sprinkled in. Like, there are some cool spots. My favorite spots, I call it Tesseldora. I know it's Seldora, but I call it Tesseldora. That's my favorite area in Dark Souls 2. Drain Lake Castle, really awesome. Shrine of Your Mama, really awesome. The entirety of the Sunken King DLC looks and plays pretty awesome. Ivory King, it's kind of in some spots, but the highs are really high. You know? The fucking Old Iron King DLC, whatever they called that, pretty solid all the way through. I might have just fucking said the same thing twice. I think I'm an idiot. But Dark Souls 2's DLC made it. That's really what gets that I would like suggest people buy Dark Souls 2 for, is the DLC. Whereas like Dark Souls 1 was already a masterpiece, and Artorias of the Abyss was just one of the best DLC packs of all time. Bloodborne was already a masterpiece, and the Old Hunters made it like it just advanced it so, like, the Old Hunters is basically Bloodborne 2. I can't imagine playing Bloodborne with someone without playing the Old Hunters. DS3, not so much. Ariandel and the Ring City are okay. I don't feel like they dwarf the OG game. Dark Souls 2 is eclipsed by its DLC. There are good points in it, but the PvE is like consistently weaker and has more like contrary, hard to get along with mechanics, like mainly soul memory. It's just more janky. Plus the movement systems, I mean. So Dark Souls 2 for PvE I feel is fairly weak. And then Cicado I already talked about. DS3 is really solid. Demon Souls, I played the Demon Souls remake one time just for like the nostalgia trip of seeing the prototype of Dark Souls 1. It's a good playthrough one time just to see the Souls roots, but it doesn't have much replayability. So DS3 really felt like a nostalgia fest for Dark Souls 1 in some places. I always say Dark Souls 3 is really like the Dark Souls theme park ride. Like, here you go, here's Oolacile, here's Anor Londo, here, you know, and here's Harvest Valley. You remember this? I bet you do. Yeah, I do. Oh, here's a little Dark Souls 2 reference. Here's Gilligan's dead, fat, bloated body. Ooh, we don't know what we're gonna do next. The color palette of DS3 really hurts. I know, yeah, I know. I know it's meant to be like this really ashy, dead world, but I think they went a little overboard. I feel like most of DS3 was uninspired as far as areas go. Definitely bosses. I would agree with that. I don't think the areas in DS3 really stand out so much as the bosses do. The Halfway Fortress and the Crucifixion Woods are pretty neat. Of course, Firelink Shrine, Untainted Graves is pretty neat. Let's see. Yeah, I could agree with that. I mean, I think Dark Souls 3, I mean, Irithel's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Do you feel Miyazaki had more input on earlier games compared to newer games? I've got no idea. I'm sure as the games have gotten bigger, he's had to get more staff to help him, but I have no idea. That'd be something to ask like Epic Neighbor or someone who makes the design works. Dragon Peak, yeah. Yeah, but you also have to think like Archdragon Peak, the first boss blows ass, and it's followed up by the second one, which is probably one of the best bosses in the game, so. Slim and thick. Most people completely miss most of Izalith. They tried to do the Smog fight game with the Godskin duo. Yeah, they did. From Software really made Ornstein smooth and never made a good duo boss fight again. Except maybe the Shadows and Bloodborne. Let me think. Duos. I'm trying to think. A duo boss that's really good. Let's see. Dark Souls 1, Ornstein, Smo. That's really about it. Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2. The Ruin Sentinels. They're not a duo, but the Ruin Sentinels are pretty good. Pretty decent boss fight. A little challenging, but not too over the top. The two lions sucked. What about DS3? Does DS3 have any decent ones? The Twin Demons? Yeah, that's good. Of course, it would be Dark Souls 3, the game with, like, nothing but good bosses. And PvP. Yeah, the Twin Princes, the Twin Demons, those are both solid, yeah. That's true. Second phase, Freda. I feel like this Freda's second phase is the most forgettable between the three, though. I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, I don't know if any of you know this, I really appreciate them bringing back Ben Hart's voice actor to voice Papa Ariandel. But, I don't know, he's just kind of forgettable as a character, I think. I think all the DLC and DS was beautiful and really sticks out in my mind, like when you're greeted with the hundreds of ghost archers. The DLC was definitely good. I don't really feel like it's like a whole nother game though. Like understanding like the Artorias of the Abyss DLC was a huge deal for Dark Souls 1. The Old Hunters is probably the best DLC they ever came out with. That was for Bloodborne. Dark Souls 2, any of the Dark Souls 2 DLC completely eclipses the base game. That's just how good it is. DS3's is good, but it's not that good. It's not like what came before. It was still solid. Don't even like Ariandel's really pretty, very it's interesting. The Ring City's really pretty, a lot to explore, but I don't know. Just doesn't seem as significant to me. Freda's an okay boss, nothing more. Yeah, Freda was really just like, okay, so we did Lady Maria, right? What if we like did that again, but gave her bare feet? Lady Maria, fucking. There's another boss There's Freda, and there's a boss in Elden Ring that reminded me a lot of Lady Maria. I don't remember which one it is. Because I remember seeing it and I was like, they fucking reused Maria again. I don't remember which one though. Mm-hmm. Millennia? Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably what made me think of Maria, if I'm being honest. I don't think Millennia is as good of a boss as Maria. She relies way too much on her get a jail free card with the fucking waterfowl dance. Black Knife, yeah. I think the Hunter's Dream's my favorite area. It is nice. Wake up sleeping female to whoop your ass, part 2. For my first kill on Millennia, I knew the easiest way to fight her would be like Midir, fighting her solo, because it'd make her easier to read and easier to predict. But I simply refused to, and we headbutted that boss fight for like 4 hours, with 3 summons trying to do it, and we finally got her. I think we finally did it because Max discovered this really BS build with Flame's Deadly Sin and the Killdozer, like the Prelate's Charge. I think that's actually what did her in, was Max's like completely like wackadoo crackpot build that he brought in, and it worked somehow. I'm a Nexus kind of guy. I like the Nexus in the remake because of the high res Maiden in Blackfeet. That's about it. Yeah, I don't really think I have very many hot takes on the Souls series. I feel like what I think is a fairly common opinion, at least for the most part. I really don't have any wacky things like, you know, like DS2 PvE being the best would be a crazy one. I know that's what I think Zoe thinks. Or Elden Ring's PvP being the best, that'd be kind of out there, but I don't think thinking DS1 Bloodborne, you know, having I don't think that my like ranking is very weird. I think it's pretty common. It's a pretty lukewarm take. True. My toasty take is that adaptability was a good mechanic, it was just presented poorly. Good old adaptability. Alright. So that's what Skid thinks about the Souls games, if any of you are wondering. That's how I'd rank them. You guys now know that I'm a Dark Soul... Well, again, the first half of Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne fanboy. And this isn't like from some with rose-tinted glasses, maybe a little bit with Dark Souls 1. But with Bloodborne, I didn't play Bloodborne until after DS3 came out because I thought this game was too edgy. I didn't even give it a chance. I saw the aesthetic in the trailers and I was like, nah, it's not for me. It's too edgy. Too edgy 5 me. Same thing with Dark Souls 2. I skipped Dark Souls 2. I didn't play that until like 2018. So this isn't like some sort of like boomer nostalgia trip. I still remember not having played these games after playing DS3. So just keep that in mind. A lot of people try to undercut other people's opinions when something is old by saying, "Are you sure it's just not the nostalgia coming in?" Like, no, bitch. I am thinking about this concisely and as non-biased as I can. People always, it's disgusting behavior to me. Trying to undercut someone's opinion with, "Are you sure it's just not nostalgia?" Like it's this mystical thing that's gonna come in and blind me. Like I've got beer goggles on, you know. That's indeed a toasty take. I think DS2 had the best level design of all Souls games. That's also a fucking toasty take. I think the first half of DS1 did. Maybe followed up by Bloodborne. And start people mad about Iron Keep being above the Poison Place. Yeah. That's still stupid though, you gotta admit. I don't care about it. Like, I'm not mad or gonna criticize the game for it, but that's stupid. I thought people hated DS2 the most. No, it was really popular to hate DS2 back in the day. That's what it is. Way back when Dark Souls 2 first came out, it was really, it was the thing to do. It was the thing to hate Dark Souls 2. It was the trendy, topical thing to just like, it was like the water cooler talk, like, hey, how about that DS2 being bad? And everyone's like, aha, yeah, and then they'd like talk about something they didn't like. But yeah. Nowadays, people, like, after like the Demon's Souls remake fiasco with like no one getting to play because the PS5 console availability, all of the servers going down all at the same time, and then Sekiro not even getting PvP, and Elden Ring's PvP coming out and being hot garbage for the most part. It's like, I think people's opinion of it has softened over the years. Love lasts a lot longer than hate. That's, when it's really trendy, people hate something, but after a while that fades away. But people that really like something will continue to like something long after the people that hate something have forgotten about it. So, DS, there's excellent bosses in PvP, but it doesn't really call for new players to learn skill outside of roll timing in R1. Yeah, I mean, that's really... DS3 was a really weird combo where From Software is still in their phase with Bloodborne, like, we don't want our players tanking behind shields like they did in DS1 and DS2, but they weren't ready to completely get away from that yet, like with Sekiro. So they kind of blended it, where it was really important to dodge very often, but sometimes block with a shield. They were kind of bashful about it, like, they did away with shields in Bloodborne, they were like, yeah, that was good. But then they're like, oh wait, maybe we shouldn't follow up with another game that's completely different. Let's give them the shields, but they're gonna have to use them, like, not all the time. Let's use like a giant tower shield with a buff. They're really gonna have to try to make the shield work. That's what they did, and then they're like, okay, we've let them have their shield. It was tempered a little bit. Now let's do Sekiro. And then they did Elden Ring with the fingerprint shield. I do miss R1, R2 roll catch. I miss confirmed R1s. I can nitpick the S2 more, but I like it more than 3. What I loved about 3 was the Spear Church fight. Loved being summoned for the church. That was a cool mechanic. Maybe an alternate world we would have gotten the game DS2 deserved wanted to be. Dark Souls 2, I think, wanted to be what Elden Ring is, in terms of its ambition. Dark Souls 2 is an extremely ambitious project to start off with. It got put through developmental hell and a lot of that stuff fell to the side. But initially, if you look at what they wanted to do with DS2, it was crazy. I really don't think From Software in that day and age, with the technology they have, could have pulled it off. I think it was doomed to start because I just don't think the technology and the manpower was there. But a lot of the stuff they wanted to do in DS2 made it to Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring is the game that DS2 initially wanted to be. They just kind of forgot the whole PvP side of things. But yeah. With DS2, I understand why people don't like it, but I still do. But that's all of Skid's hot takes and thoughts and comments and opinions on Bloodborne, Elden Ring, Dark Souls 1, DS2, DS3, Armored Core, Sekiro and everything. If you guys want to watch me play Sekiro, because someone asked if I'd even played it, there is 2 videos up of me playing it. I was pretty good at it, I think. Probably why I love Elden Ring. It's very much DS2 in a lot of ways. There you go. We found the root. We found the purpose to the pattern, the reason to the rhyme. There you go. But anyway, that's it for this stream. I hope all of you have enjoyed it, Stan. I hope your hospital stuff goes well. I appreciate all the donations and all of you turning out. There's a new video about Elden Ring PvP up. It's depressing. If any of you are patrons on my Patreon, there's a new Sea of Thieves video up over there. It's exclusive to you guys, so if you want to see me and my friends acting like pirates, good, watch that. Tomorrow there will hopefully be an Elden Ring Fight Club highlights video, but there will definitely be an Elden Ring Friday Night Fight Club again. And then we'll be back to the regular scheduled program Saturday and Sunday, and maybe more Gut will come out Saturday, we'll see. So yeah, that's it for this stream. I hope all of you have enjoyed it. Go watch new videos, and I will see you guys later. So yeah, peace. 2 hours, not bad for sleeping.